Hello students, today we are going to study about GSM services. So before you study GSM services, you need to know about GSM architecture. In case you have not seen the video on GSM architecture, do watch that video before you see the video, that is today's video on GSM security. GSM offers several security services using confidential information stored in the authentication center and in the individual SIM. The individual SIM, as you know, is plugged into each mobile station. The SIM card stores personal data as well as any kind of cigarette data and is protected with the help of a PIN against unauthorized use. Okay. And the security services that are provided by GSM are mostly the following three. First one, access control and authentication. Okay, no user can use any GSM services unless is authorized. Okay, so authentication. Second one, confidentiality. All the data is encrypted. Okay, so all the data that is sent from the mobile station to the base station is encrypted. We are not talking about end-to-end encryption, but we are talking about encryption only from the mobile station to base station and from base station to mobile station. And the third service is anonymity. No attacker should be able to guess the location of the user based on the service that the GSM user is using. That is anonymity. So let's look at all these services in detail in the future slides. So GSM basically uses three algorithms to provide security services. It uses the algorithm A3 for authentication, algorithm A5 for encryption, and algorithm A8 for the generation of a cipher key. So all these algorithms, we do not need to study in detail. We just need to know how they are applied in GSM. Okay, we're not going to study the detailed working of these three algorithms. So when the GSM standard was invented, A5 was publicly available. Okay, that is the algorithm A5 was publicly available, but algorithm A3 and A8 were kept secret. But they were standardized with their own interfaces. But as of now, even algorithms A3 and A8 are no longer secret since they were already published in the internet since 1998. So now we'll go through all the services a little bit in detail. Okay. So we look at the first service, that security service that GSM provides. That security service, the first one is access control and authentication. So in access control and authentication, the first step is the authentication of a valid user for the SIM. So the user needs a cigarette pin to access the SIM. Okay. So as you know, we always once we have, sometimes when we set the code, a four-digit code mostly, to access our SIM card or a mobile. Okay. So before using any, after entering the PIN and before using any service, that is your GSM service, the subscriber needs to be authenticated. So GSM uses a challenge response method to authenticate a subscriber before they use a GSM service. So basically, this is how a GSM subscriber is authenticated. Okay. So the moment a GSM subscriber wants to use any kind of GSM service, okay, the subscriber needs to be authenticated. So for authentication, like I've told you before, the A-tree algorithm is used. Okay. So the A-tree algorithm is applied on both the SIM card, that is your mobile station, okay, and the A-tree algorithm is also applied on the network side at the authentication center. Okay, this is basically a base station. Okay, so A-tree algorithm is applied both on the mobile station side as well as the authentication center side, that is on your base station. Okay, so there are two inputs for the A-tree algorithm. One is the KI, which is nothing but a 128-bit authentication key. Okay. And the second is a random number, which is again 128 bits and which is generated by the authentication center. Okay. So the A-tree algorithm will need two inputs, authentication key KI and a random number. Both the inputs are of 128 bits. Okay. And the output of your A-tree algorithm again will be 128 bits, but the first 32 bits is something known as SRES, which is nothing but signed response. So we require only the 32 bits, therefore we are showing the output here as 32 bits. Okay, so SRES 32 bits. So please remember that when you are activating your key, this authentication key KI of the A-tree algorithm is already stored on your SIM card. Okay. Each SIM or each mobile user is identified by a unique number known as IMSI number. Okay. IMSI number. So corresponding to that IMSI number, whatever key has been stored here, KI on the SIM card, that same key KI will be also be stored in the authentication center for this SIM. Okay. And how you identify that SIM? With the help of the IMSI number. So whenever the user wants to connect to a GSM service, okay, and he establishes connectivity with the network, he sends his IMSI number across. So with the help of the IMSI number, the network, that is your base station, finds the key KI for that SIM card. Okay, finds the key KI for the SIM card, and then after finding the key KI, it generates the 128-bit random number. This 128-bit random number is also then sent to the SIM card. Okay, the same random number that has been generated is also sent to the SIM card. So once the SIM card gets the random number as the input, it already has the key KI stored in the SIM. Okay, both of these inputs are applied to the A-tree algorithm, and a 32-bit signed response, that is SRES, is generated. Similarly, the authentication center also applies the authentication key KI and the random number, and it also gets a signed response of 32 bits. Then the authentication forwards this 32-bit signed response to the mobile switching center. Similarly, the SIM card also forwards the SRES that it has got as the output to the mobile switching center. Both these SRES generated by the authentication center and the SIM are compared by the mobile switching center. If they are equal, if they are same, then the mobile user is authenticated. Otherwise, the mobile user is not authenticated. So this is the way authentication works in GSM. So you can just read here. So like I told you, before a subscriber can use any service, he must be authenticated. Authentication is based on the SIM, which stores the individual authentication key KI and the user identification IMSI number, and also the algorithm used for the authentication 8V. So authentication uses a challenge response method. That is, your access control or your authentication center generates a random number RAND as a challenge, and the SIM within the mobile session will generate the SRES as we saw in the figure. So the authentication center then performs also a similar operation and generates the SRES. Okay, and all this is then forwarded to the HLR, which is the home location register. Then the suppose your mobile is in the foreign network, then the visitor location register database also takes the values for this what was generated, okay, from the home location register, and then the authentication is done. So authentication center and the mobile session generate output and known as the SRES, and this SRES is then sent to the MSC. So within the MSC, the VLR is present. It compares both the values. If both the values are same, then the subscriber is accepted. Otherwise, the subscriber is rejected. So this is basically how your GSM authentication works. Thank you for listening.